20 judges,
2 days,
13 categories,
39 cars.
and 15 various tests.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 Cars.co.za Awards.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm David Taylor, and if you're in the market for a 7-seater diesel-powered go-anywhere adventure SUV, the next few minutes should be very interesting. In this video review, I will be testing powertrain performance, I'll be testing the 7-seat practicality, showing off the infotainment tech, and you can't go adventuring without a 4x4 test. So I'm dressed for the occasion. I've got my trail running shoes, I've got my hiking pants, but I guarantee that all three of these cars will be far more capable than I'll ever be. Let's go for a drive. I'm in the Ford Everest Wildtrak under the bonnet, 3-litre V6 TDI, 184 kilowatts, 600 Newton meters, 10-speed auto, power. Oh, this is a muscular engine. There's 100. I understand why it won last year. 140 k's an hour. Yeah, let's brake. And the brakes are good too. It's nice to know, reassuring. Yes, this is the adventure SUV category, and yes, the car will be perfectly fine on tarmac, but we're all about the adventure here. So where the tarmac ends, these cars need to perform. So I'm going to put in 4 low, 4 by shift in progress, put into drive. Let's do some rock climbing. Yep, that's good. The ground clearance is good. We're going to have a graphic with all the approach, departure, breakover, and clearance. Okay, so hill descent control, great, easy to use. This for me is where these modern 4x4 systems are vital. They're so easy to use. It takes the guesswork and potential hazards out of 4x4. You simply push the button and you trust the car to do all the work for you. And I like that. Okay, let's do some articulations while going up a hill. Yeah, that's good. Oh, a bit of slip, but come on little one. There we go. And one thing I love about this car is it has a center camera. So if I can't see what's going on because the bonnet is in the sky, I can just look in the camera. Yeah, can accurately place the wheels. And we're through the obstacle. Easy, effortless, love it. Join me behind the wheel of the Land Rover Defender 110. This is the D350 X-Dynamic HSE. That's quite the mouthful. Under the bonnet is the 3-litre turbocharged straight 6, 257 kilowatts, 700 Newton meters, 8-speed automatic gearbox. But does it actually shove me into my seat? Let's give it a go. Ooh! A little bit of hesitation, but on the move. It actually makes a really good noise, this straight 6. This is one of the fastest big SUVs I've ever driven. Diesel. Well, that was a very, very quick way of getting to 150 kilometers an hour. Up a hill. I'm impressed. This is a great engine. But of course, you can spend all your time on tar and you're going to love the luxury comfort features. But it's a Land Rover Defender, you know, so let's get it dirty. So I'm going to try and gauge low range just based on what I think. Neutral. I'm going to push low range. Low range has been selected. Oh, hill descent has come up. We've got the graphics. Let's engage drive. Okay. Let's do what Land Rover Defenders do best. Or so we hope. Hill descent control. Easy obstacle. Negative 15 degrees descent. Yeah, no hesitations there. Got some really cool graphics in front of me here, and I can see the pitch and the roll, and currently we're 1,378 meters above sea level. Who needs all this information? It's so cool though, but I think it's a bit of information overload. Bit of mud, we had a good storm last night, need the rain. Okay, another climb with some undulation, so we should get some wheels in the air here. Okay, oh, there we go. There's the diff kicking in. I love how you can see the articulations on the graphics. That is a cool touch. So the breakover angle, as we've discovered, is not enough to clear that. So there's a little scrape in the middle of the vehicle. Not a deal breaker, I don't think. Maybe that was on me. Should have taken a better line. But I can only commend this Defender. While most Defender owners probably will not do this degree of off-roading and they'll probably just mount curbs at the local schools, it's reassuring to know this is where it's happy. I mean, I'm not the most experienced off-roader and I'm feeling quite confident. This car is making me feel good that I can actually take over these rocks and ruts. Right, time to drive the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. This vehicle has been a long time coming and I can confidently say it's been worth the wait. I've driven this thing in Cape Town, I absolutely love it. But for the interest in the video, what's under the bonnet? 2.8 litre turbocharged diesel engine, 150 kilowatts, 500 newton meters, 8-speed auto. You'll remember that those are the outputs from your standard Hilux. Now, some have said maybe the car needs a bigger engine. Let's give this a test up our little hill, foot flat. Here's some diesel noise. I mean, it's going, but it's not as energetic as the Everest or the Defender. Look, to be fair, that Defender straight 6 is an absolute monster. But there's credible performance here. It's acceptable. I would love to see this thing with 4 adults plus luggage up a hill. I think that's where there's potentially scope for a more powerful engine in the Prado. But it's a Land Cruiser. Let's go cruise some land. Let's go 4x4. We've hit the gravel, time to engage low range. Push the switch down, engage low range, put it into neutral. Got some nice cool 4x4 cameras. Low range has engaged. Let's go drive. Okay. I love this camera. I think I may try drive on that. Top tip, for the interest of safety, don't try this at home. Oh, this is great. I love there's actually a side skirt camera as well, so I can accurately place the car. See, there's a rock there, so I'm going to just avoid that. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Let's try the axle twister and see which wheel does the work. Up we go. There we go. Back right wheel pushing. And through. Okay, this was the section where I had a breakover angle issue. And the Prado has no such problems. Easy. Cool. Okay, we've got a steep incline. Let's pick a good line. Yeah, easy, 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 easy. Through the mud. This is a pretty straightforward off-road course, and the Prado's got a whole bunch of other settings. I see we've got a center diff, we've got a rear diff, you can disconnect the stabilizer bar, there's off-road modes, there's crawl. But for me, putting it into low range mode efficiently, that's most of the hard work done, and only when the going gets really tough do you start having to leaning on diffs and the stabilizer bar deactivation. Right now, easy. And thanks for watching if you reached to this point. We've done a very light, basic off-road test. And yes, the 4x4 purists amongst you are probably going, really? My car could do that in reverse. But for me, as your average consumer, or trying to represent the average consumer, I was trying to test how easy it was to get into low range and whether the cars would struggle. So being able to activate the 4x4 systems, use the cameras and test them. Look, I will be honest, all three of these are very capable off-roaders, and if you really want to go off the beaten track, you're not going to get stuck in the Defender, the Wildtrak or the Prado. They're awesome adventure SUVs. But right now, let's discuss the money. Right, let's talk about this Defender. 1.6 million Rand gets you into a Defender, and it's such a shame because the exchange rate has really crushed these things pricing. As it stands, this Defender, the D350 X-Dynamic HSE, according to the Cars.co.za specs, 1.8 million Rand. What an awesome thing. I love this engine. I love the luxury features. I love the look of it. But 1.8 million Rand? That's a lot of money. Welcome to the cabin of the Land Rover Defender. First of all, I'd like to salute the JLR engineers. It cannot have been easy making a brand new Defender considering the legacy of the old one. Right, first impressions. Wow, this is a great blend of technology and utilitarian. I love the materials used here. There's a rugged feel about this. I mean, these materials, it feels like I'm ready to go rough and ready. Yes, on the other side of the coin, the tech. I've got a crisp digital display. I've got this beautiful Pivi Pro infotainment system, which I rate as one of the best. It's so responsive, it's easy to use and easy to understand. And when you start unpacking the Defender's cabin, there are so many nuggets of fun things. There's a USB-C port right over there. USB-C port, storage galore, you can open this up. I even have a fridge for those ice cold waters on a stupidly hot day like this week. It's been 42. Wireless phone charging over there. And because it's a hot day and we're at Gerotek, we're not using cup holders for cups, we're using them for sunblock. This is a good vintage, this is factor 50. Space over there, space over there, space over there. Hell, I can even put stuff over here. There's so much space in this cabin. It's a really well thought out place to be. This is the back of the Defender 110. And first things first, what a place to be. I'm a tall guy, 1.91 meters tall, 100 kilos. Look how much room I have. Genuine knee room, so much headroom. I feel like I could just sit here on the way from Gauteng to the Kruger Park. What a comfortable place to be. But there's so much more than just the seats. The gadgetry and convenience features over here. I mean, I've got my own climate control. So let's say it's a really hot day. I want 16 degrees. Everybody else can take 20. I have my own little zone for 16. Climate control, full auto if you want. And I've got 2 USB-C ports to charge my devices. But like I said, this is an excellent rear space. I've got so much room for activities. And a good chance I would fall asleep in the back of a good road trip. Right, Ford Everest, 3-litre V6 Wildtrak. According to our specs, 913,000 Rand gets you into an entry-level Everest, with this Wildtrak coming in at 1.199500, so almost 1.2 million Rand. Seriously capable, awesome engine. Fantastic connectivity. I'm not sold about the digital dashboard, but I suppose you'll get used to it. And as a reminder, it won last year's Cars Awards category. And now we're in the cabin of the Ford Everest Wildtrak. First impressions. Well, the cabin is dominated by this massive infotainment screen in a portrait orientation. It's a really interesting setup. It is pretty user-friendly. It took me a few seconds to understand where everything is. The dashboard digital as well. This digital dashboard is a little bit unconventional, if I'm being honest. If you're used to the 2-dial layout, this is going to be quite a shock. But again, it took me a few seconds to get the hang of it. Practicality wise, cup holders, there's a place to hold your French fries. Yes, I'm not joking. There's even an icon for French fries. Wireless charger, always important. Put that over there. Standard glove box, but I love this. This is a nice storage unit. And of course, we've got the sunblock, cup holder, massive armrest. No fridge, unfortunately. Power sockets, USBs down there. Not bad. I like this. The rear of the Ford Everest. Right, let's get stuck in. First things first, seating position, space and comfort. That's okay. Headroom, not as generous as the Defender. Knee room, again, not as generous as the Defender, but I'm okay, I'm comfortable. I could sit in the back here on a long trip from the garden route up to Joburg. This is all right. Convenience, comfort features. I've got an air vent above my head. That's quite nice. I have only one climate control setting down here, but one of the coolest things I've seen in a car, 230 volt, 400 watt inverter. Is an international plug here, but you can jam a 2-pin in or an adapter for 3-pin. USB-C, USB-A, you are sorted when it comes to connectivity. And now onto the Prado. I'll be honest, one of my biggest frustrations as a motoring journalist is Toyota's long life cycles. I mean, everything seems to update in 4 years or less. Toyota, you tend to wait a little bit longer. It was worth the wait for this new Prado. 1.3 million Rand gets you into a Prado. This VXR is 1.4 million Rand, and it is awesome. I love the looks, I love the buttons. It just feels so capable. Its second and third row seats are cleverly packaged. It is a great car. Welcome to the cabin of the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Now, unlike some brands which have gone for infotainment, everything and no buttons, Toyota's gone the other way. There are buttons galore over here. Yes, there is a touchscreen and it's very nice, but we'll touch on that. But I can feel that this is very driver-centric, lots of buttons, hands-on. It's an interesting cabin. And because it's a Toyota, of course, you know it's built tough. It's built to last. This is the VXR spec, so you've got quite a number of features. You've got niceties like heated steering, there's ventilated seats. And I'll tell you what guys, on a hot summer's day when it's 40 degrees like it was this week, there's nothing better than getting into a car and there's cold air blowing up through the seats. It is one of life's pleasures. When it comes to comfort and convenience features, the Prado has you covered. Wireless charging, 2 little cup holders here for your sunblock, cooler box over here so you can be like me and keep your factor 50 ice cold ready to go. Yeah, this is a really cool, interesting cabin. Right, straight in. Critically, knee space. Yes, that's fine. Headroom. Yeah, that's good. I like this. These seats are nice as well. In terms of comfort and convenience features, let's have a look. We've got climate control. Yes, that's nice. We've got heated seats, cooled seats, 2 USB ports, 12 volts. Yeah, I think rear passengers are spoiled. However, there's no full pano roof here. There's only a sunroof for the front passengers. So if I'm being honest, I do think it's a little bit on the dark side here. So it's not the best cabin, but it's still a really nice place to be. When it comes to practicality, your 7-seater adventure SUV has to carry it all. The numbers: Ford Everest, 898 liters. Toyota Prado, 870. Defender, 857 liters. But these numbers actually mean nothing. We need to load the stuff in. Let's go. Crew. Money spent on crew is well spent. In goes the pram, lots of space there. I could probably fit 1, 2, 3, 4 prams deep, and 1 across comfortably. Good start for the Everest. Your adventure SUV has 3 rows of seats. So, how much space is there? What comfort and convenience features do you have back here? In the Ford Everest, you just have a cup holder. How easy is it to deploy these seats? Well, you can grab this lever, give it a pull, seats ready, deploy headrest, you're good to go. Prado practicality, let's go. Okay, in goes the folded pushchair. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And that's wide. I think it's slightly wider than the Everest, but I think the Everest is a little bit deeper. So that's some interesting consumer advice there. If you want more space, I think the Everest takes the lead so far. So if you're in the 3rd row of seats, you get substantial cup holders, the ability to recline the backrest in front of the seat in front of you, plus USB charging ports. No manual operation here, everything is on a control panel on the side, so let's get that rear seat up. And I love how the base of the seats just rises up like that. And one of the neatest things of the Prado is the ability to not just fold the 2nd row down, but to lift it all the way up so you have even more space. That is a clever engineering solution. Sadly, no automated tailgate here. Nevertheless, sideways, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is wide enough. But again, you'll see the pram does stick out a bit. So I think in the practicality stakes for a 5-seater configuration of your adventure SUV, the win goes to the Blue Everest. This is the 3rd row of the Land Rover Defender. So what's it like in the back here? Well, heated seats, USB-C charger, aircon strength, cup holder, and then there's these seats. Pretty easy to deploy. Up comes the headrest. However, I am concerned about the legroom. It doesn't look as great as the one in the Prado, but for that additional feeling of space, there are these nice little porthole windows. Now, of course, you want to know which one I would take. Now, in my humble opinion, all 3 of these are great cars. The Defender, phenomenal machine. The Everest, awesome, great engine. The Prado, well, if you can get one, because the stocks are limited, this is a phenomenal machine. But the actual win of the adventure SUV will be decided in February, and that comprises journalist scores plus consumer survey. Now, in my humble opinion, this Ford Everest Wildtrak, that fantastic, creamy, strong 3-litre V6, the price, the value, I think this is a great car. So my little Dave Adventure SUV, little trophy, it's going to the Wildtrak. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, bye.
Think of a car, any car. Yes, Cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you.